Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Nick Andretti here to help you with health, mindset, and a little swagoo. Yes. First things first, I just want to say, with what's going on in the world, I know you are going to be able to get through this. I know I'm going to get through this. I know you are going to get through this, and I just want you to know that you can make it happen at home. It doesn't mean just what is going on with the world. Doesn't mean that you stop doing everything. You become lazy, and you start just making excuses. I don't want that. I want you to be able to make this happen. I'm going to show you how to figure out your macros, and right now I'm going to do my own macros. I'm going to show you how I get my starting maintenance level for my calories. So this is total calories that my body burns at rest based on my lifestyle, based on how active I am. So I'm going to show you how I break it down from start to finish. So make sure you pay attention and leave a comment below if you have any questions. What up? You know what? This video is all about just trying to figure out macros, and I just showing you how I do it. And let me tell you, like, from the beginning, it was always trial and error. I never had it perfect, and you're never going to hit your perfect macros by the end of the day. No matter what goal it is, you are not going to hit that perfect kind of macro. Most importantly, you're going to be seeing, on the slide, you're going to be seeing have a goal, and specifically have a goal that is for you and your lifestyle and with what you want to do. Because if you're doing this to serve someone else, you're not going to accomplish that goal. So have a goal. That's super important. You're going to see that. Make time for getting to the gym, or even working out. It could be at home. It doesn't have to be at a gym. Make time too for preparing your food. I'm telling you, this is a big mistake that a lot of people don't do, is make time for food. Make time for preparing food for the week. That is super important. I hear a lot of people, especially me training, a big one that I come across of is not having time. Well, you certainly have time to go out and get that meal that's not so good for you, right? Make the time on the weekend instead of sitting down and watching Netflix. Make that your reward that you work for. So if you're gonna tell yourself, I'm going to change the way I eat, but also it's gonna change the way I look, then something's got to stop. Some bad habit of yours that you are doing, that you are creating, isn't serving the purpose of you going into that right direction. So if your goal is to get to the gym at least 3 times a week, or to work out 3 times a week, but you're not doing that, are you going to get to that goal? Probably not. So make it a habit. Be simple. Keep it simple. If it's one day a week to the gym, and if it's one day out of your 7 days to prepare meal prep for the week, or there's other options too. If maybe you do not like cooking, that's perfectly okay. There's these meal prep companies that you could simply pick on what food you want to have, and then you could eat these certain type of foods during the week, and then you could keep switching it up. You could keep rotating it around. There's always different options. It just comes down to you. How bad do you really want to do it? Because I'm telling you, you could come up with all kinds of excuses by not doing it. When it comes to protein intake, I believe it is super important to eat protein. No matter what your goal is, protein is a building block, making sure you're not only repairing your broken down muscle tissue, but also making sure that everything else is functionally, not just your muscles, but internally. You need protein to be able to make sure things are working the way they are. I remember when I was training, or I wasn't training, I was working at a gym, and I had a lady come up to me when I was like working a table on supplements, and she came up to me and asked me, could my kids have this? And it was protein powder. Absolutely, your kids could have that. You know, they're gonna benefit from it a lot. Instead of giving them a supplement, maybe start with making them a home cooked meal that has protein source. That's the best of the best, instead of giving them a supplement that's maybe not the best for you, because it does have some fillers in there, and there are some supplement companies that have that junk in it. I just want you to know, like, what I'm going to show you is to be able to break down my macros, and it works for me because it works. I don't just do it on myself, but I do it with my clients. One of my clients right now that actually today, and she's down 5 pounds with me. And she started like late February, and it's March 21st. So I want to say it's just been a month, and she's already down 5 pounds. That's crazy. It's because, one, she's sticking to the process. She's understanding that it's not going to happen overnight. She's understanding too that it's got to become a part of her lifestyle. She could come up with all excuses she wants. She's a mom. She's a mom of 2, I believe 2. And she works. She's a teacher. You know, she's full time, and her daughter and her son are sports. You know, they travel, they play sports. So like, she's constantly on the move, and she could easily say she doesn't have time, but she makes the time because she knows this matters to her, and she knows that if she keeps going and going, she's gonna feel damn good about it. So I want you to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you face day in, day out, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. There's people out there that have it harder than you. They have it harder than me, right? But the reason why that person is further than you is because they decided, you know, I could keep making excuses and keep going, complaining why I don't have that great body, you know, or why don't I have that boyfriend or girlfriend, because you simply haven't worked on yourself. You simply haven't said to yourself that you're worth it. You are worth it, right? When you start working on yourself, things start happening. And I'm telling you, things do start happening. And it's the best thing that has ever happened to me was when I simply just said, all right, I'm gonna quit going with what everybody else is doing, the drinking, the partying, you know, doing things that just don't serve my purpose. And at the time, I thought I knew myself, but I didn't. This was 4 years ago, back in college. I'm 25, if you didn't know that. And this was just the best decision I ever made. I went my own route. It was uncomfortable of me. I didn't hang out with many people. I just started focusing on me and what made me happy, and the gym was there for me. It was always there for me. It was been there for me since day one. And I met some great people. I met one of my best friends out of there. I'm a personal trainer right now too. It's incredible, and I love it. And I met, you know, my girlfriend being a trainer. It's because it all started when I started working on myself and actually putting forth an effort toward myself. That's when things started changing for me. And I know they're gonna change for you if you give yourself an opportunity to change the way you do things day in, day out. Right? You have to form these habits. You got to understand, what are your daily habits? Are you going through the same thing day in, day out? Are you? I want you to think about this. Are you like a lost sailboat out at sea without no destination? I love this analogy because it's so true. It's what most of us are, is a lost sailboat without a true destination of where you want to go with your life. Now imagine having a destination. You're going to get there. It's just a matter of time when. You're going to get there. Absolutely. So I just want you to really think about that. If you don't have a goal, if you don't know where to start, it's okay. But I need you to start thinking about it, because that's what is going to set you apart from the rest. And a big one too is I want you to write it down. I want you to write it down. This is my journal. You know, this thing's a game changer. I just don't write down my goals, what I have to do the next day, but I write down everything. I write down what am I thinking. If I'm overthinking about something, I get it down and I look at it, and if it looks silly to me, I move on. It's such a great tool to use. And I do. A big thing of mine is I write my goals, I write my vision, and I look at it continuously, because then it allows me to continue to keep going forward when things get hard, when you don't feel like doing it, because you are going to have days where you don't feel like going to the gym, you don't feel like meal prepping, you know. You're going to have those days. I'm human, you're human, we're not perfect, I'm not perfect, and we're going to make mistakes, but the thing is, if you make that mistake, you're going to be able to get back up and keep going forward, right? You gotta want it. You gotta be able to write it down and fully tell yourself, this is where I'm going to go, and this is what it's going to take. I'm just going to do mine. I'm going to show you what I do, and just pay attention, and hopefully this helps you out. And please like the video, share it, let me know how I did. Okay, so right away I'm going to start with my body weight, and I'm going to use this number and I'm going to multiply that, and it's going to give me my total maintenance level. So this is what my body requires to be able to survive. So this is my maintenance level. This is what I burn at rest based on my activity throughout my day, and based on my lifestyle. So I'm going to show you this. So I'm going to take my body weight, 185, and my activity, I use this number. I'm going to use number 15. Alright, so now I'm going to take 185 times 115. I get 2,775 calories. So my body requires this amount of calories, and this is where I would start based on those goals that I've showed you earlier on in the video. So if your goal is to lose weight, you're going to start here. If your goal is to gain weight, gain muscle, you're going to start at your maintenance level. So remember this number. I'm going to erase this. My starting calories is at 2,775, and my goal for right now is I want to make sure I'm gaining muscle, and eventually I want to eat in a surplus. So let me show you how I would do that. I'm going to set up my protein, carbs, and fats at this level right now, but eventually our goal is to progress our food, because I want to make sure that I could get all these calories in without, not finishing any meals. A big thing people do is they think they gotta eat X amount of calories, and they have never ate that many calories, in their life. My suggestion is we start small and we work our way up if your goal is to put on size. So we want to make sure that we start somewhere where it's doable. For me, I got a fast metabolism, obviously. That's how much I burn at rest. So I'm going to start at that amount, and I'm going to work it up as I start getting hungrier and hungrier. So usually my tip is, if you're trying to gain weight, increase your calories about. I start getting hungrier and hungrier. By the end of the day, after my last meal, I'm going to add another 200 calories, which will bring me to that'll bring me to almost 3,000 calories. We're going to start there. I'd rather start small and make sure I could get my food in, and then keep doing that as I get hungry. So let me do that real quick. Alright, so the goal is to make sure that your total macros equal 100%. So that's your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. Okay, so based on your body, and this comes with trial and error. I already know my body, and I already know how I'm going to set it up, but I'm going to show you how you get the right amounts for your type of goal that you're trying to aim for. So I'm going to show you how we do this, how we get those macros for that total caloric intake that we're supposed to take. I'm going to take 30% and multiply it by my maintenance level, and that's going to give me my total calories for protein, and then I'm going to divide that by 4, which is 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. So I did the math. For protein, I'm eating about 208, 210 grams of protein. For carbs, I'm doing 277, about 280 grams carbs. And for fats, I'm doing about 92, between 95 grams of fat. And all I did was, again, 30%, did 30% times my maintenance level. From that, I get my total calories for protein, and then I multiply by 4, which I'll just put on the side for you guys. And that's that. That's how you figure out your macros. Super simple, super doable. Like I said, if you have any questions on how to figure out your maintenance level, leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to help you. This is my starting calories of my macros for my total calories at rest, and then going forward based on your goals. If you're trying to lose weight or if you're trying to put on muscle, you're either gonna go up in calories to gain muscle, or you're trying to lower these calories a little bit for you to lose fat. And it's just not, then it's just how long you want to go and do it. Putting on size, putting on muscle is a hard thing to do, because you do got to consist your days to eat. Now this goes again what type of body type you are, and what your body reacts well with. I know I don't do well with a high fat diet, so I don't do a high fat diet. I do more of a high carb diet because my body reacts well with that, and that comes again with trial and error and what you're trying to do. Most importantly, you got to figure out your body, and this is the best thing to do, playing with your total macros here, and then figuring out, trial and error until you feel like you got it and you understand how your body works. Because once you figure that out, then it's, game over. You could do whatever you want. I'm going to a vacation in the next couple months, only if things get better. But I'm going to shred up for a little bit, and I'm going to be doing a video series on that. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Right now, this is not what I'm eating currently. I'm eating about a little over 3,000 calories. these have changed because of my metabolism. I had to up them because these are not, you know, making me feel satisfied, and they're not getting me towards those goals that I'm setting for myself, which is putting on muscle, good quality muscle. So again, this is how you figure out your macros, figure out your total maintenance level, and it's all about using these four numbers that I use, and I'm telling you that it is as legit as it gets, because I remember when I was working at this big box gym, they actually did this test on me that was pretty legit. You know, you pay a lot of money for it, and I found out how much I burned at rest, and I am super close with this, so I know I'm doing it right. So I hope you enjoy the section of the part of the video of where I break it down on how I figure out my macros. And do me a favor, if you really like this video, and I mean if you really liked it, you know what I mean, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment below, because it really will help me make a next video towards whatever that comment is. So please leave a like in the mother trucking like, did I say like section? I meant comment section, if you will. I mean, I'm not going to beg you, but it will help me a lot. So again, hope you really like the video. I'm Nick Andrade, health, mindset, and a little bit of swagoo, if you know what I mean. I'll talk to you. Take care in this time that we're going through right now. It will be all done. Keep getting after those goals. Peace.